Salutations to the Knights of the Buzzabee's Table. My name is Zarhamdalot, and yes, I know you guys were expecting Fatality Fridays, but honestly, I'm working on it. Okay, like I'm trying my best, but things just keep going wrong with it. I know. Well, what would a YouTuber be without technical difficulties? You know. Anyway, so to make up for it, I'm doing something on today that I've always wanted to do on this channel, and that is sort of an arts and crafts kind of video, and also a DIY video, which, okay, it's kind of an arts and crafts kind of video, which I've always wanted to do. Like, I think it's on my about page on my YouTube channel, but I haven't done a DIY video yet. Shame to say. Anyway, so for today's video, as many of you know, hopefully, if you're a newcomer, I'll explain. It's either way. I'm planning on I have plans for doing a room flip in my bedroom, and my game room, which is also my recording studio. Anyway, so basically for today, I'm gonna add a little bit of a minor project here. It doesn't cost that much money, thank God. But it's basically I'm gonna make a little like painting with like a painting you would see, like, I don't know if you guys can see that, but like right there. And I'm gonna be making my own homemade painting, and it's gonna be for what I like to call my recording studio. And it's basically what, like, I got the idea of this name, like, inspired from James Charles. He's a makeup beauty guru on YouTube. Probably know him by now. But fun fact, we actually are the same age. Anyway, getting off topic. He calls his recording studio the Sister Studio. For me, I'm gonna call it Puzzle Piece Productions, because, you know, for those who don't know, I have autism, and, well, a puzzle piece is the logo for Autism Speaks. So, you know, I'm really looking forward to this DIY. So I'm gonna make a Puzzle Piece Productions painting. It's kind of sign kind. It's gonna be pretty basic. Like, I only have so much stuff to work with because I can only afford so much on it. Anyway, but what you'll need for this DIY is, if you want to make it too, is a blank canvas and assortment of paintbrushes. If you're also working on a hardwood table, you also need a towel or something to protect your workspace, like a tablecloth, or if you don't have a tablecloth, like a cloth towel, like a hand towel. Oh well. You also need an assortment of colors. For me, I am using blue, which is in it's a shade of pool blue paint. Also some dark yellow, some red, pure red, and this is a different art company, but pure black. Oh, and also you're gonna need a paper plate if you don't have a palette, and also a cup of water so you can clean out your brushes. This is a cheap glass, don't worry, I know better. And yeah, so let's get started. Okay, so as you can tell, I have already painted on one canvas because I had a 2-for-1, a 2-pack of blank canvases. But for this project, we're actually going to take this, I've already painted it blue, which is the base, but for the next part, we're going to need to go outside. So in case you're wondering, it's 3 coats of blue, or any color you want. Of your first color, you're going to need to paint. I did 3 coats of paint for this, and it looks good. Like, you want to do multiple coats of paint, pro tip, for making sure you don't see any paint streaks, and this looks pretty good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my second color, which is red. This is going to be and I'm going to take my biggest paintbrush and the canvas. This has been drying overnight, and I'm going to take this outside. I'll see you there with a snap of a finger. Let me actually, hang on. Alright, so we are outside, and now I'm going to add, here's the next step for our splatter paint. I'm going to splatter some satin acrylic Craft Smart red paint onto this. Got some on my thumb already. Probably roll my sleeve. Well, that probably work. roll up my sleeves. This is a pro tip, if you're wearing long sleeves, roll them up. Okay. Also, shake the bottle in case you get chunks. So, we need a lot of red for this splatter paint. I'm going to use my this kind of brush, a really big brush, and just get some all over this, and do that. Is I'm doing this right? Always protect your surface when you're using splatter paint, by the way. Ooh, got them on the table. I'll have to clean that up later. Don't go too frantic with this thing, by the way, because that'll happen. Okay, a little bit more around here. And I'll let the, and by the way, you want to let the splatter paint dry a little bit before you splatter on the next color. That's why I left the yellow inside. I think that's good, actually. I forgot the water cup, though. Oops, oops. Okay, a little bit more there. A little bit more. Stupid wind. There. Stop! That'll do. Sorry, it's really windy where I'm at right now. It's causing the bags to fly out. And with that, I think we're good. And I'll let that dry. So I'll let that dry, and I will add. I think my mom just sneezed, actually. I will let that dry for like, I give it 30 minutes before you add on the yellow splatter paint. Aw, I think Coda's wanting it out here, but okay. But oh well. So I'm gonna let that dry for half an hour, and I will let that. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by everything. I'll let that dry for half an hour, and I'll be back with the yellow. Okay, so after literally 90 minutes of the red drying, I can now work on the yellow splatter paint. So it's basically the same step as the red splatter paint. I'm just gonna show you guys what I mean real quick. Let me shake that up. Ow, pull the muscle. Well, I can't pull what isn't there actually. Anyway. Sorry if you hear a dog barking in the background. It's one of my neighbors noticing me. Hi. Sorry. So, cleaned off my brush. I cleaned it up. Now I can start the yellow splatter paint. Man, my neighbor's annoying. So, let's do it. Okay, I think my dad just woke up from working last night, so who knows how long this will take. Okay. By the way, I'm not going to worry much about the sides right here, or the top layer, or the top row, because that'll eventually be black. Man, this wind is getting annoying. It's very windy where I'm at right now. I'm not even living in Michigan. That camera lens. Okay, I hit my camera lens. Yeah, this took literally, the red literally took 90 minutes to dry. which I was honestly surprised. I mean, that would take like half an hour like the blue. But then again, my mom told me usually it doesn't take that, it takes longer than that because it's thick plate. There's a lot of thick places like right here. So yeah. Hi Jinx. And Barb and Coda. Oh boy. Oh, I think you can see Jinx peeing. Ah! Yeah, you definitely saw him pee. I'll cut that part out. Ah! Jingle, stop digging! You're gonna get... Dude! You're gonna get dirt all over my paint. And with that, I think we're good. So yeah, I'm gonna let this dry for another 90 minutes. I will see you then, inside, for the next step. Alright, so instead of taking 90 minutes to dry, I left it under this fan, right here, and I put it on the high setting, and it literally dried within like half an hour, which always a good thing. But now, I gotta work on the next step, which is tracing out the puzzle piece shape. I know it's a good splatter paint right now, but we're gonna add a background to it to make it look like a puzzle piece. So I have this cup right here, and I'm not gonna paint around it just yet. I'm sorry for the dogs. I'm gonna take a very, very dull pencil and very, very carefully, very, very lightly, draw. Oh, that didn't work. Well, that didn't work. Crap. Maybe if I want to draw like a little faint line around like that, and I'm gonna do it on the other side too. Okay, let me very carefully trace around this. Like that. Like that. We have two sides done. Now the tricky part, which is I'm not going to trace around the full circle there. I'm just going to do a semicircle. So I'm actually going to do like a half circle right there, or maybe I should just cut it off there because I also have to do like it's going to be like the Autism Speaks logo. However, I think I should cut it off a little bit. Like I'm going to do a little like cut off right there. So, let me think. I'm trying to brainstorm right now. Trying to make the best out of a messy situation. And like a little notch right there. A little notch right there. The puzzle piece part is going to be cut off a little bit. That's something I have to deal with. Now, I would use a ruler. I would use a ruler to trace a straight line this way and this way, but I don't have one. So I'm gonna cut it out right here, and I'll be right back once we have two straight lines. Okay, so that was easier than I thought. It only took me like a couple minutes to do so. So now I'm gonna take some Folk Art Pure Black acrylic paint. Shake that up a little bit. I don't think it's even been used. I don't know. But probably new palette. Yeah, I'll be fine. And I'm gonna just pour a little bit of black, not as much as the red or yellow. Not expecting a bubble to be in that, but okay. Maybe because I didn't shake it up hard enough. There. I think there's a clog in here. Okay, that's probably a little bit too much. But make sure my battery's good. It is, I think. Now I think I'm gonna go with the top part. I think I'm gonna use the wash brush and just trace around the border like that. But when I get to the curvy stuff like this, and the stuff around the curved edges, I'm gonna go in with a. I can get it out of the packaging. There. Sorry, I had to take this out of the packaging. So I'm going to take a little bit of curved with the angular brush. I have a little guide there. I'm going to take an angular brush and go around those curves. Very carefully. Let me just start off with the wash brush and just dip a little bit in there and just ever so carefully. Just like that. Like that. And we can do the same with the other side. A little more. I'll tweak it a little bit so I can like. Okay, maybe I don't need the angular brush right here. Let me just. There. It's not perfect, but it'll do. Wash this brush off. I don't get to use this. Dry that brush off, let that dry, get rid of the excess. Now, for the partly circles, I'm going to take an angular brush and just circle around it. Hopefully this will work. Sorry, I'm repeating myself a lot. So, let me just. Looks good on that side. Now the other side. Alright, I'll probably fix out the rough edges eventually with like a little brush. Eventually, after this paint dries, so I don't smudge it. Here. I think that's good. Okay, let me wash this brush off, and we'll be right back once we. Alright, so here's what it looks like. It's supposed to be a puzzle piece, which looks amazing, I have to say. So, the final step I need to work on is tracing out the text for the recording studio's name, which I have called. You guys can't see that. Which I have decided to call Puzzle Piece Productions. Yes, it's going to be in that font too. So let me just write it out, and see how it turns out. I'm going to try to copy this and make sure I give enough space for myself to, well, make sure I'm going to make sure I have enough space because I'm going to do one word at a time. But, so, wish me luck for spacing issues, for making sure I have enough space. I think that's good for puzzle. Next word is piece. Alright, next, production. Sorry if you hear a TV in the background. My mom's literally watching TV downstairs and it's a little loud. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Next, the word productions. By the way, the font I'm using for this is called Lucida Handwriting. There. Now, we're going to go back to the table and paint over that. Alright, so we have the words written out on the canvas. Now, this is a Now this paintbrush is called a liner paintbrush, I believe, according to this little backside of the paintbrush packaging. Almost a pamphlet, that's not the right word. So I'm gonna dip this into the black and just trace over the words puzzle, then piece, then productions. And I think we'll be done. I'll let that dry and I'll show you the finished product once I'm done. Try to roll up my sleeve again. It up a little bit. Alright, that's the word puzzle. You guys can see that? Thank God. Next, word piece. There's the word piece. And now, the final word, productions. Okay, my mom's TV is really loud. I apologize if you guys hear that. Cross the T and dot the I, and there we go. I think we're done. Oh my gosh. Alright, now I'm gonna let this dry, and I'm gonna let this whole thing dry, and I'll be back with the finished product, or painting. Alright, Valentites, it's time for the reveal, and I have to say, I freaking love this artwork. Like, not to pat myself on the back and not to be narcissistic, but I have to say, I'm really proud of how this turned out. Like, I love this. And I'm going to go show you guys the grand reveal. I don't know if you guys see that in frame, but in 3, 2, 1. I love how this looks. Like, look at that. That is the sign for Puzzle Piece Productions, my recording studio. I love this thing so much. Oh my gosh. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. Like, look at that. Just freaking look at that. It looks so good. I have to say, I didn't know who knew I had it in me. I mean, art was always my strongest subject in school, but who knew I can do this? If you asked me if I could do this like 5 years ago, my like freshman year, I think. Okay, sophomore year. If you ask me if I can do something, make something like this, I'd probably say, leave. You're crazy. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, and you love the artwork, if you did, drop a like you're dropping the bass. Wow, wow. And give the old subscribe button the smizity smack. And I'll see you for the next video. Toots.